This is Shaka Fire from Assemblywoman Monique Chairman Waterloo's office.
Wait, we got to end with prayer. You don't just leave out of here like that.
We're not finished yet. Go ahead, Shaka.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
All right, my name is Shaka Fair. I thank all of you. Every time I see so many people coming together for mental health, I'm excited. Because in terms of the black community, most of the time we don't do anything productive in terms of our mental health. I spoke to a brother and I asked him how he is doing and getting through all of the things he's going through. He told me Hennessy and weed. And that is what a lot of brothers are looking to do to get rid of whatever issues that they are going through. One of the things young people say is they got these nice and catchy little slogans. So, you hear them say, life be lifing. The math ain't mathin'. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce something to that. With mental health, it's when the brain don't be braining. Okay? So what happens is our brain is supposed to control everything in our bodies. All of the feelings that we have, it's a whole spectrum. We're supposed to have every single feeling underneath this earth. But what becomes problematic is when we get stuck with one channel and can't change the channel in our brains on our own. So our brain is not controlling the things that we need for it to control. That's one of the times that you know that you can benefit from mental health services. Most of the times people also say they see someone talking to themselves on the street and they say, oh, mental health is real. Well, mental health is real, but mental health is the entire gamut of health. It's not just when things are adverse, which is when things are not going and working out the way that they need to work out. So mental health is the entire gamut. It speaks to the health of an individual. When we are talking about physical health, most people can see whether a person is physically active and they say, oh, this brother's in good shape. He's got good physical health. He might be able to run a marathon. He might be able to do some other things, which is the barometer or the criteria for you to decide whether this person is. But when it comes to mental health, it's not like we have a sign on top of our forehead that tells you exactly what it is that we are dealing with. A lot of the times we find out what we are dealing with during a period of crisis. When we have that crisis, that reaction, sometimes we have these situations where the punishment doesn't fit the crime. All of us at some point display some adverse mental health. Let me give you an example. Has someone ever said something to you and you completely bite their head off and then say, wow, I had all of that in me. I really didn't mean that. Oh, thank you.
That lets us know the difference, huh? That lets us know that we had a lot inside of us. The whole job of mental health is to get everything that's inside of you out. If we keep everything inside, there is a small capacity that we have to hold on to it. We know that if we continue to blow air into a balloon, what happens? It pops. Why? Because the balloon only can hold a certain amount of air. We also can only hold a certain amount inside of ourselves, and we pop as well. Not like the balloon, but we pop in other ways. So one of the things that we do in mental health is we try to bring things out of you. There is a lot more room outside of you than there is inside of you. The saying educate is from a Latin word meaning educe, and that means to bring out of you. So you all have everything that you need in order for you to be successful in whatever problem that you are having. It just has to be brought out of you. This is why you would need a mental health professional to bring those things out of you, or someone else, because you can't judge yourself. You are one reference point, and in order to look at something else, you have to have two reference points to compare. So it's important, huh? So it's important for us to bring those things out inside of us outside. That's where a mental health professional can be very helpful. But as Dr. Umar said, knowing who you are and what your purpose is one of the most, the best ways of dealing with whatever you're going through. If you don't know why you were created, that's the time for you to come and find out exactly. And once again, we as mental health professionals, we don't have a magician. We don't have a magic wand, but we pull what is already inside of you out. You just have to come and do the work. Thank you so much. One more thing, I'm sorry. I am a black mental health clinician here in Brooklyn, in Bed-Stuy. A black mental health clinician is extremely hard to find. We got this brother here who's also a clinical social worker. Just want to give him a shout out real quick. But if any of you can find another one, I would tell you to play lotto, okay? Because we are very few and far in between. And if especially another brother who is also conscious, now we're dealing with a whole nother animal. Thank you so, one more thing.
Where can you be found?
I was just about to say that. You can give me a call at 718-304-1114. I'm gonna say that again. 718-304-1114. All of my services are virtual or telephone. I do take insurance as well. See me after this. Thank you. Have a great day.
What's your name?
Chaka Fair.